Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to do Hunter x Hunter 2011 episode 106 review. Now, this week's episode is mainly about three people: Morel, Nove, and Palm. And that's it. And the thing here is that the main one out of those three is obviously Nove. Nove loses the will to fight. He loses the will to continue the mission just by simply witnessing the aura of the royal guard and the king. Now, that I'm not too sure about, because we don't know specifically which aura it belonged to. Whether it was the culmination of auras of the royal guard plus the king, whether it's the culmination of auras of just the royal guard, or if it's just Shawapoof. Because Shawapoof was the only one who had his end active at that point in time, while Neferpitu is actually tending to the king's wounds. Now, regardless of that, the aura was so menacing that it literally caused Nove to lose all will in the mission. To lose all will, period. Because he was afraid of the end result. And the end result was not him dying, but what would happen, the occurrences before he died. Where they would literally probe his mind. The same way she did Pokel. Where Pokel, he was caught, and then instead of killing him off the gate, she probed his mind. Neferpitu. These little, like, antennae screw things. You see his brain, and she's just poking, seeing what works, to learn any new information about Nen. And what he fears is that they will do anything necessary to gain information. They will chop his body up. They will chop his body up into pieces. They will experiment on him, mainly Neferpitu, because that's her shtick. Shawapoof, probably not. The king, hell no. And the other guy, Monte the Yuppie, no. This guy's a brute. He's a brute. He's got muscles, and that's his job. But he just fears what Neferpitu is going to do to him. And she will probe extensively. Nove, extensively. So, he couldn't go any further. Because the moment he went into that aura, he would have been sensed, and he would have been taken out on the spot. Now, you could say, well, he could have just bailed the moment he was sensed. No. The Chimera ants, the Royal Guard, are too fast. They're way too fast. They're going to catch him the moment he enters the aura, take out, and then they're going to take him to a cellar. They're going to probe him. Like that. So, he just put the escape point, or the door point, beneath the, no, right next to the staircase. To the second floor, I believe, or the third floor. And then he just bailed. He was gone. Adios. Peace, deuces. We out. And before he leaves, he sees these trucks go inside. And Palm is in one of those trucks, because he knows it's part of the plan. And when he's by the bush, it's actually very frightening, because he starts to just cry and break down in tears. Starts to hold himself like he has the heebie-jeebies, like the shivers. And the thing here is that he is so awed at Gon and Killua, because Gon and Killua were far closer to the Royal Guard, to Neferpitu, than he ever was, than he ever will be. And they were able to maintain their sanity. They still have the will to fight for their friends, for the people that they care for, to continue with the mission despite the fact that they know that the odds aren't really in their favor. Now, in the case of Gon is literally a freak. He's Gon freaks. Alright, when he gets pissed, it doesn't matter. It's Gon time. I don't care. You can be the king. It doesn't matter. Say so you. It doesn't matter. And Killua actually knew when he saw Neferpitu, he even said that she has the most Nen, or she has the most malice of any individual I've seen. More than my brother, more than my father, my grandfather, more than Chairman Taro. Now, of course, Chairman Taro, at that point in time, he wasn't fully warmed up. And we see he's on some Buddhist ass right now. And he's warming up right now. He's warming up. He's like, yeah, I'm ready to go. Let's go, youngins. Ko-a-pa. He's ready to go. But the thing here is that Killua even says, like, yeah, like, Neferpitou on a whole new level, on a whole new scheme, on a whole new power scale. And still able to do the missions despite knowing the odds are against him. And Nov is in awe of that. Now, and of course, he's also worried for his student, Palm. And how things are going to turn out for her. Hold on, let me say it one more time. How things are going to turn out for her, we will see in the future. But right now, because Neferpitou's end is not active. If she tries to do something while her end is active, so after she heals the wounds of the king, and Neferpitou activates her Nen, and Palm tries to do shit, there's a problem. There's a problem. There's a problem, man. There's a problem. So, I'm just saying, it's a race against time. But her goal is to simply look at the Chimera Ant. To look at the Chimera Ant. Because once she can do that, her Nen ability grants her the power to see any person she looks at once. And then she can see via crystal ball, and she will know the whereabouts of the king and the royal guard at any given point in time. If she were to just simply look at them once, and that's it. Now, how that will go, I'm not too sure. Now, we already see that she has manipulated Bezif. This dude is quick too. He was like, there were like 5 girls. And then he's like, okay, you 4 over there, you dress, come here. The guy's already in a he's already in a night robe or nightgown, whatever we call it. And he's just like, yeah, in comes Palm. Here's some drink. She starts to blush. The dude's like, yeah. I'm like, bro, easy, Bezif. You just had your fill. You just had your fill. And now you want some more. Like, this dude, the thirst is mega strong. The thirst is... But then again, you can't really blame the guy that much. Because he's been in a situation where all of a sudden his king, his ruler, Diego, well, the would-be king of the country, Diego, was taken out. In come these epic, powerful dudes. You can't really say no to the king and the royal guard without suffering immense repercussions. So obviously he had just, for a period of like God knows how long, just stay there, do nothing. It's like, fuck, I need something, I'm thirsty. So the dude was pretty much an elephant looking for a watering hole. Now, she is going to manipulate him in some way, shape, or form. Obviously, she's Palm. And how that goes, again, is curious, but we'll see. Now, when it comes to Morel, in comes Leo. We don't know where the crabfish guy is. No, the crabfish guy and the wolf dude. Apparently, according to Leo, they're taking out the Deep Purple. And, I mean, it won't take them that long. Because the Deep Purple, they're just designed to like throw rocks or stones at enemies. So no one will know that they're Nen. So they can stay askew within the shadows and just throw rocks. So that's their goal. But if they're going to be hunted down by Chimera Ant squadron leaders, yeah, they'll be taken out fairly quickly. But right now, they're in an underground church. And it's going to be Morel versus Leo. I'm sorry. No, yes, yeah. Morel versus Leo. Right. And because I was going to say Hagia, but no, Leo. And the thing here is that he's wearing headphones. And he has just rented out something. And we do know that his rent time is an hour. And apparently the soundtrack, the CD that he's listening to, it runs for exactly 60 minutes. So the thing here is that they're going to fight in this underground church. We don't know what power he just rented out. But we'll see how that goes. And all I can say is that Morel, you gotta give the dude a lot of props because he's been in several battles. He's had Deep Purple active, and he's still doing his thing. So you gotta respect that. Morel, this guy can go the long distance. He can go the long haul, alright? He's not a 1-minute man. He's like a 5-hour dude. So, very, very impressive. So, that being said, The episode rating overall, I did like it a lot. When it came to the character development, Palm gets some, she does. Morel, not really at all. But Nove is where it just kind of showcased the most, because you never thought that someone of Nove, because Chairman Otero, when you first see Nove and Morel, you're like, these are badass dudes. These are badass dudes. They're strong as shit. We even see Nove does his ability, where he does a thing called like Scream. He makes like this area that is connected with his dimension. Then he wraps it around with his Chimera Ants. And then he closes the door. And then this guy's head is gone. So obviously very powerful. And that right there is actually pretty hacks ability when you think about it. Or pretty, you know, OP. I can't say OP because it is within his arm range. But still, it's a very powerful ability by itself. But even with these abilities, even with his status as someone Chairman Otero can rely on, fear, absolute fear, the dude couldn't handle, and he just bails. So, shocking, very shocking, very shocking. So I'm done. The King Lightning, the animation was of course on point as usual, obviously. The pacing, it was well paced, and they did spend. I thought that it was very well balanced between the three characters. They didn't spend any time on the King, but they just spent time on Nove, Morel, and Palm. And I thought that it was actually well balanced between those three characters. And when it came to overall story progression, he has made the exits, and Palm is now in. So her mission is still ongoing. But Nove is done. He's done with his mission. He's done. He can't do anymore. His will is done. His will is broken. And Morel is now still engaged in battle against other Chimera Ants. So overall rating is going to be good. And I'm signing out. Be sure to, of course, rate, comment, and subscribe. As always, King of Lightning. Peace. Have a nice day.